All right, let's start with your name. Where did your name come from?
Cassius Brix, like a historical, struggling, like legendary type name. Cassius come from Muhammad Ali. Before he was Muhammad Ali with the Muslim nation, it's Cassius Clay, a leader, a fighter, you know, somebody who motivated, ambitious. You know, that's where the Cassius come from. And the Brix, B-R-I-X, it don't stand for no drugs or nothing. It's just the community that I come from. Everything that I learned, pain, endured, you know, the Brix is pretty much the hood where I grew up at, from West End to the bottom. I learned how to play ball there. I learned how to rap there. I learned how to, you know, run the streets and do a lot of other things. So everything I do it come from the Brix, the poverty-stricken environment where I'm from. So that's who I am, Cassius Brix.
Now, where are you from?
Fayetteville, Tennessee. You know, a small area, man, but it's a lot of things that, you know, go down. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that know me, like a whole lot of people know me.
What's the closest, biggest city in proximity over there?
I'd say Nashville, Tennessee, 615 area. I'm from the 931, but you know, you go up I-65 north, you'll be in Nashville, about an hour away. And then if you go southern ways toward Alabama, you got Huntsville, Alabama, you got Birmingham.
Now, what's your opinion of the state of rap music right now in Tennessee?
I mean, as far as the area where I'm from, you know, the 931, we got our own movement right now, which is called the 931 movement. But as far as a whole Tennessee, I feel like more unity need to be involved, you know. But I do feel like a lot of reality music is coming from Tennessee. You know, we got Don Tripp, we got Starlito, you know, Yo Gotti, Dolph, you know, everybody. That's like the Memphis wave, but I'm from Middle Tennessee, and it's a whole lot of talent that's overlooked. So with me being from that smaller area, a lot of us are uniting. So, you know, a lot of people are gonna see more of that.
Now, give me a tour of the city of Fayetteville. For someone that's never been there before, let's start with the food. Favorite food spot in the city?
Right now, man, I'd probably have to go with barbecue shack. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I got a partner that just got out of prison. Shout out to Vaughn, man. He work in the kitchen. His mom, his dad work in the kitchen. They got fried catfish, you know, from cabbage to corn to macaroni and cheese. It's a buffet, but it's like at home, you know, you get out of church on Sunday, that's where everybody gonna go with.
What about the nightlife? I mean, okay, now what do you order from there? I forgot to ask you. What do you usually order from there?
Shit, when I go to the bar, shit, we just went, like last weekend. I actually went for Mother's Day. And shit, I'm big, man, so I eat fried chicken, shit, fish, cabbage, like I say, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, like, everything, man. But fried chicken is my specialty.
Now, what about the nightlife? How is the nightlife out there? Is there one?
The grind. I'm just be real with you. Like, where I'm from, it's just a straight grind. Like, it ain't really no nightlife.
No
like,
strip club, no nightclub?
The streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people that throw parties, though. Like, I'm from a small town, so the surrounding areas, you know what I'm saying? You got, like, surrounding counties like Shelbyville, Tullahoma. You got Columbia, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? You got Fayetteville, where I'm from. Like, people throw parties at different areas, like the fairground or another building. You know, it's a spot that just now opened up, actually called The Spot. I performed there. Snooty Wild, he just came through. Shout out to Snooty. I performed there with him. That's where everybody pretty much going to right now, Tullahoma, Tennessee, The Spot. And my homeboy Billy Brown, he just got a club too. I just judged a freestyle battle, and I was also on a cypher that way too. So, you know, nightlife that way, you know, they rocking with Tullahoma, Columbia, Tennessee, Shelbyville, Tennessee right now. But where I'm from, it ain't, you know, there's been some murders and stuff going on, so a lot of people just staying out the way is street shit where I'm from.
All right, now we talked about the food. We talked about the nightlife, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Any other spots you recommend someone, if they stumble upon Fayetteville, to go see, do, or visit while they're in town?
Man, I would say a lot of things has changed, you know what I'm saying? I've been moving around, but if you want to come into town, a lot of love that you'll probably see, like a lot of people chilling in the hood. It's a spot called Clay Street. You know what I'm saying? Clay Street, that's where it can go down there. That's where a lot of people chill at. You know, where I'm from, a lot of us, we post up on the block, you know what I'm saying? We'll post up, we from the country. So you got people that have coolers out there in the street now. I'm talking about you come down the street, Clay Street right here, you ride down the street, you got people that's remodeling cars, you know what I'm saying? I might pull through in 72 Cutlass on fours or a Monte Carlo SS. You got brothers riding around in box Chevys or whatever, they pulling up, slapping their music. Shit, we got coolers with beer, you know what I'm saying? You welcome to have one, you know what I'm saying? It's just Southern hospitality. But that's just how it always been. Like we got another legendary spot that's like Clay Street is right here, but you come up Clay Street at the stop sign, it's a street going up this hill, and it's a hospital on that hill, and it's called Hospital Hill. That's what we call it. It's a legendary spot too, you know what I'm saying? And then on Sundays, normally everybody shoot ball when it get hot, so sometime coming up, it's a hood called The Bottom, you know what I'm saying? Everybody shoot ball down there in the hood, post up on the Housing Authority corner, you know what I'm saying? Alleyway, I mean, you come across town, man, West End, that's where I'm from. West End, McDonald Street, Locust Street, you got Clay Street, you got The Spot, you got the Alley, you got The Bottom, you got Mayberry, you got Lakeside, you got Eastgate. Like, that's 10 spots right there, so, you know what I'm saying? That's where people chill at.
Now, what about the lingo? What are some terms or some phrases one might hear in the city of Fayetteville right about now?
Shit. Man, Tennessee lingo, like everybody say what you said. Like, for instance, I could be like, shit, somebody see this interview, they gonna be like, man, y'all see Cassius Brix on there, man, he put on for Fayetteville, man. Somebody will be like, what you said. That just mean like he agree. Or, you know, one of my homeboys, he said some shit like, man, what's going on with you? And nigga be like, shit, man, cool, hanging out like wet clothes. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just, you know, the lingo, you know, what you said. I'm from the country, we always say man, or you know, what's happening with you, man? Shit, I'm Gucci, I'm just cool. You know what I'm saying? Just a little Tennessee lingo, man. You hear me? That's another one.
Now, are there any special events you might recommend someone come to Fayetteville specifically for, if any? Like, for example, in New Orleans, Mardi Gras is like a week-long celebration out there. Anything special you recommend someone to come to Fayetteville for?
Man, as of right now, we trying to bring like unity together. Like I say, there's been some murders going on. Rest in peace to Capone Carew, his older sister Kyra. They both was killed 2 different dates and years apart, but just from their family and you know, dwelling on those murders, it just happened. So we trying to bring the people together. Another woman was murdered involved, you know, in all of that. So that's what we all getting together to do, like when their birthdays and stuff come, and then also doing things, just not a specific date, but just involving community activity as far as unity goes. You know what I'm saying? But now, like holidays and stuff like that, the 4th of July, so like everybody, just like I say, I'm from one big hood, so, you know, holidays and all that, like everybody just be out, you know what I'm saying? But we trying to most definitely get together and bring some unity. You know, that might be a 1-year thing, like once a year, we might throw something on Capone birthday, you know, same thing for Angie. Just bring these people from these different areas that collided all together, man.
Now let's take it back a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
Shit. Man, I was somebody that was different from everybody else. Like, I had some homeboys, we'd always meet up in the hallways and rap. I started out rapping at the lunch table, and I stood out, you know what I'm saying? I was one of my own, like when the tall tees, white tees first came out, me and a couple of my homeboys, we was a little, you know, the group at school, we had the girls and all that shit. Like, my swag was so different, you know what I'm saying? I talked different, I had a different look about myself. I could hoop. Allen Iverson was my favorite player, but I'm left-handed, so when I cross, or if I fight, you know what I'm saying, they ain't expecting the left, you know. Shit, A's and B's, but I went through a lot of my life, so inside of my household, when I was in high school, my grades was kind of up and down, but other than that, you know, I did my work at school. Real silly cat, you know what I'm saying, make everybody laugh. I got along with everybody. A whole lot of people knew me. Shit, I was selling mixtapes in high school, like $5 a pop. Like, I'm from the era of, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have social media back then. There wasn't no YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, none of that. I went to school with my CDs, got them out, $5 a piece. Shit, man, when you in 10th grade, you know what I'm saying, $300 in your pocket by second block, you know what I'm saying, that's a lot of money. So that's what I became a hustler at a young age, man, and a likable person at the same time.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
Shit, my first job that I had, man, it was at Sonic Drive-In. I worked in the kitchen. I was flipping burgers. I was cool with the pay, though, you know what I'm saying, because with me being young, shit, when I got paid every 2 weeks, you know, a little bit over $200 back then, shit, I could buy what I wanted to. I ain't had no bills. But that didn't last long. They fired me when I came down to Atlanta to the Tennessee State versus FAMU Classic. I called off of work, but I missed more days, so they let me go. But shit, other than that, I put myself through college. You know what I'm saying? That's a major accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Coming from where I'm from, especially what I've been through. So, you know, other than that, man, I just been grinding.
You graduated college?
Yeah, graduated. I'm actually pursuing barbering license right now and looking into venturing, you know, getting a business, barbershop around my way. Like I say, it ain't too many opportunities for African American, especially men where I'm from. You can't walk into a bank, you can't walk into a store, I mean, and see somebody black working in there, not even a car lot. You know what I'm saying? So on my side of town, you know, we may have 1 or 2 people. You can go to their house and get your hair cut. Other than that, you might have to travel to the city on the outside to get your hair cut. You know what I'm saying? But education, that's what's important, because a lot of people nowadays look at things like being positive is a negative and being negative is a positive. People don't want to hear good things. So yeah, I'm educated, you know what I'm saying, street smarts and book smarts. And I also got a degree in computer information systems. You know what I'm saying? I use my brain.
Now, there's a debate when it comes to college. Some people think college is good and encourage people to go to college. Other people, you know, don't really encourage college. They, you know, maybe go a different route and not use college. You know, in the general sense, because everybody's different, every scenario is different. And obviously, you see some people make it without college and do very well, like Kanye West or Bill Gates.
Yeah.
And then also some people go and get a degree and don't even use the degree they got, and they end up doing something else. So what do you recommend to somebody watching this thinking about going to college? What's your general advice? Again, everybody's different, but in the general sense, what do you say to that?
Man, like, I represent the struggle, you know what I'm saying? So if you come from, it don't really matter what household that you come from, suburbs, projects, the hood, average area. Me personally, I think college is a good experience for anybody. And plus, education is better than having no education at all, because you grow while you in college. You know what I'm saying? You meet people, you learn how to network. You know what I'm saying? You also learning new things, you gaining experience too, you know. And then you never know. When I was in school, back when I went to go vote for Obama, I was at Alabama A&M, and I was playing intramural basketball. Like I say, I grew up playing ball in the hood. I went down there playing intramural basketball. Shit, I was throwing people shit out of bounds like LeBron James, chasing them down court on the fast break. Now, that was basketball, but when I went in to vote for Obama, I was walking in, and this old man that came out with the Alabama A&M jacket on, he asked me, man, you want to play for Alabama A&M football? You like football? But see, I was close to graduating. I pass up the opportunity. Sometimes I think about it, like, what if I would have done that? That could have been something else I could have went into, playing sports. But, you know, you got parties. You can't let that sidetrack you when you in school. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay focused. And if you get a job, you're going to have to balance your work schedule and your school schedule, keeping your grades up. You know, it's going to be a struggle. Sometimes you might have to eat noodles, ravioli, you know what I'm saying, Vienna sausages, shit. Some people take pleasure in having a car. A lot of students don't have a car. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into being a student, whether you stay on campus, off campus. You know, you got scholarships, you're getting paid to go to school. Some people have to pay out their pocket or get Pell Grants, you know. But overall, I would say go to college.
Did you go on scholarship?
I did. I actually got a scholarship from my church. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in church, baptized at Browns Temple AME Church. And when I was in college, I didn't have no scholarship from school, you know, to go get a full ride. Believe it or not, when I got to college, man, I had a 4.0 GPA. You know what I'm saying? That's my freshman year. Then going into my sophomore year, I had a 3.4. And I had to write an essay about why should I be selected to get an academic scholarship. You know what I'm saying? And I read and I wrote why. And what I wrote in my essay, it was about coming from where I'm from and to make a difference. And they couldn't do nothing but feel that. On top of that, I had good grades. And, you know, I was always showing up to school on time, front seat. You know what I'm saying? When you come from that struggle, man, you most definitely got to get out there and be ambitious and want it. So, yeah.
Did you live on campus or live off campus?
Man, I'll be real with you. I was going through so much at the time, man. I wasn't even supposed to be staying where I was staying at. I was staying with a relative, and he was on the track team. But he let me stay with him because of the thing, just to keep me from where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? I had to make major sacrifices, man, to put myself through college to get education.
But you're glad you did it?
Most definitely.
What's the worst thing you put your parents through?
Probably being disobedient at times, man. You know, there's times when I've been in front of the gun and I've been on the opposite side too. And I've had friends that I'm chilling with this week. Next weekend, I'm supposed to be with him, but he get killed. You know, guy on my shirt, Dollar. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, he offered me a deal before he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? For the people that don't know, he was signed to Akon, record label Convict Music, / The Gang Entertainment, Atlanta, Georgia, East Side, Zone 6, Decatur. You know, we had a lot in common, you know what I'm saying? So growing up in the streets, man, it's gonna make your parents and your grandparents worry. But my mom and my father both come from that, you know, the street life, you know, drug background, using and all that. So I had to do a lot on my own. You know, I had to learn how to make money, you know, buy food, shelter, clothes, a vehicle, you know what I'm saying? So I worried them. I worried my grandmother too. You know what I'm saying? She would call me, leave voicemails, crying, you know, shit, you name it, man. I've been through it. So, you know, but I kept it 100. Just, you know, it was a time when some people had ratted on me, you know what I'm saying? And I live by the rule of keeping your mouth shut. You know, you get out there, you know them consequences, so anything goes. Whatever happens, man. You know what, you know, this was what come with it. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, I done been locked up before too. You know what I'm saying? Beat my case, you know, shit, took major losses. And your family, like when you in the streets, at first your family gonna hear about what you doing when you in the streets, and they gonna confront you about it. I was 12 years old when my mama first smacked the shit out of me when she heard I was selling dope at 1 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I would see my daddy out 12:30 at night. He asked me, what am I doing out late? My uncle see me, you know what I'm saying, making up excuses. But when they hear it so much, or they hear you drinking or smoking, you know what I'm saying, you can only deny that shit so much, and you get older, shit, where this and that coming from that you got, you know what I'm saying? So, shit, Man, it's street life, man. It's a grind, man. You know what I'm saying? But putting my family through some things, you know, it made me grow up. You know what I'm saying? And I also didn't want to repeat the mistakes that my family members and parents have made.
What's your message to the youth?
Man, I was just, mentoring some of these kids. You know, I got this one kid, his name is Jamari, and we call him Maury. And his pops is like an OG in the streets. And he just did like 10 years. And he heard about how I was fathering his son while he was locked up. You know, and dude kind of got a notorious reputation, but also everybody loved him too because he got a good heart. But a lot of people were saying that the kid was gonna grow up to be like his father, and that's what he feared. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with, I'm not in the organization or nothing, but I'm cool with Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, GDs, even MS-13s. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to tell these kids, like, that ain't the route to go, because what you see, you know, that ain't really what you see. It's a lot that goes into that. You know what I'm saying? And also being from a smaller area, you're gonna run into these people that you may have problems with. So to the kids out there that see these guys talking about, you know, selling drugs, they got hitters, shooting and all that, they doing time and all that. Oh, it's cool to have bricks and all. They not telling you the bad side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like Pimp C said, everybody want to talk about how much dope and how much drugs they done sold, but truth be told, you know what I'm saying, what about the bad times when, you know, that stress is on your mama? Or can you really do that time behind them walls? The homies that you running with, are they gonna be loyal to you? Are they gonna be real? Will they be jealous of you when you make money? What about the people you putting money in their pocket? You know what I'm saying? Will they turn on you? Will they be there for you if you lose it all? You know, even the girl that you with, you know what I'm saying? So my message to the youth, you know, fuck the streets. Streets don't love nobody. You know what I'm saying? The shirt I got on, he still got love, but the streets took him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So just take it from me and my experiences and my advice. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So if you on the basketball team and you from the hood, appreciate that. Take advantage of that. Make A's and B's, because if you don't get a athletic scholarship, you get an academic scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Reputation go a long way from even when you are a child, because when you start being bad as a child, people gonna think that you ain't gonna never change. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like that when he get older. So I'm always in these kids' ear, and they watching me do this music. They watching me do these interviews, these videos. They reaching out. Let's do a collab. I got my own studio. I've been recording some of them kids at my studio. You know what I'm saying? Giving them chances, taking them places, filming them, taking pictures of them, you know, putting stuff out on social media for them and stuff like that. Like, a lot of these kids need guidance. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't be Future, Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't listen to what you hearing in music. Be yourself. That's the main thing, and be positive and always put God first.
Now let's talk music a little bit. What do you hate the most about the music industry at this point? What's your biggest pet peeve with it?
I ain't gonna say no names, but too many artists sound like everybody else. Like I say, Future, Young Thug, it's too many. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got bricks, everybody a killer, a shooter. When truth be told, when you come from that, you ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? Reputation speaks for itself. I feel like we need more people like J. Cole. We need more people like Nas, you know, in a sense, Rick Ross or 50 Cent or T.I. that really came from that. I feel like if everybody gonna keep talking about that, then you need to come out with a documentary or something and show proof. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And it need to be more lyrics, more lyricism. It need to be more unity. Like I was saying, Lil Flip, he was like a big brother / mentor to me. So at the time when, you know, there was a beef with him and Tip, had somewhat of a little conflict with Slim Thug, Zero or Lil Kiki had spoke on him in an interview. I had seen it, you know, and I reached out to him like, yo, Tip mentioned you on his album. Like, people saying he might have beef with Flip and Shawty Low and all that. I'm like, hey, right now might be a time for y'all to reach out to each other. You reach out to him, Pimp C gone. That's what he wanted y'all to do, is unite and come together. So just imagine if Lil Flip and T.I. was to do a song together, or just something as simple as posting a picture on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Everybody beefing and all that, but they legends to me in the game. They legends. So that might make the next artist look at things completely different. That could change the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the bullshit. Like, let's get this money. And that's what I'm on. I feel like it need to be more lyricism. It need to be more creativity, more originality, and more unity.
Now, who do you blame for that? The music industry or the listeners, the consumers?
Shit, I blame both. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the music, one thing Flip told me about music, he got a book called Don't Let the Music Industry Fool You. One thing he told me while he was writing this book was, you know, it's better for you to be independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people gonna try to control your situation and shit like that. So you got people that might tell you to beef with this person, and that might not be who you are. You might be beefing with a monster. You know what I'm saying? That got connection. You ain't never came from their life. You know what I'm saying? And then you got social media nowadays where people be stirring up shit. So if you one of them artists that read everything that these people posting on your Instagram or tweeting at you and all that, or posting shit on YouTube, you feed into it, man, that's gonna definitely go downhill. And if you in this for longevity, you need to overlook the dumb shit and stay positive and focus on the future.
Top 3 things you need in the studio.
Shit, top 3 things I need: water. Like I say, I got a studio, but I also have an engineer. I don't need nobody else in the studio with me. I gotta focus. And I write my raps down in my phone. It's 3 things I need.
What kind of water?
Shit, just bottled water.
Me, a particular company?
Shit, Fiji water, cool, Aquafina.
Craziest studio story, if you have one.
Man, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. Man, like I say, this kid that passed away, Capone, and he never been in my studio before. Never been in my crib before. You know what I'm saying? And he came to my studio when I had a younger group in there and I was working with them. And he just came in there, he was lit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't rap, he was lit. And that was the last time that I seen him, and I thought about that recently. Like, damn, like, he came to my crib, you know what I'm saying? Then he lost his life. I think that's something to share. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's a fan of your work. You know what I'm saying? He just popped up and showed major love. That's crazy to experience that with him before he passed.
What's the realest song you ever wrote so far in your whole catalog of music?
I got a big catalog of music. I can release an MP3, man. Man, I got this rap. Actually, I didn't rap it over an original beat. I spit it over the Diced Pineapples by Rick Ross and Wale. But it's motivational, and it's just talking about life experiences.
Risk versus reward. What's the biggest risk you took for your music career so far?
Man, like I say, I done been locked up before, so like one of the main things Lil Flippy told me, he said, man, all you gotta do is stay free. You know what I'm saying? So when I was running around in the streets, you know, I had got locked up at the time, and that was a setback, you know, kind of like Boosie, minor setback for a major comeback, you know, and then also losing one of my heroes, you know, Dollar.
What are your keys to success?
Man, believing in yourself, investing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself enough to invest in yourself, there ain't even no need for you to call yourself a boss. A lot of people can call themselves a boss, but if you don't move like a boss, you don't network, if you're not ambitious, if you dependent on somebody else, if you late, you're not on time, you know what I'm saying? Those right there, those steps, you going to cancel that. Like I say, reputation and building bridges to go a long way, you know.
So what you got going on right now?
Man, I got the Struggle Motivation 101 coming out. I'm actually like halfway through the project. What I actually do is record like 30, 40 songs. Might narrow it down to 12, maybe 15. I also got, like I say, I rap about what I live, you know what I'm saying, and more. So I'm gonna drop a documentary with it as well. Man, I done gave away the Struggle Motivation. Just to break it down, it's just about like motivating the people in the struggle, especially if they know that you've been through that. So I got a film coming along with the CD, you know what I'm saying? I done gave away clothes, shoes. I'm talking about the people that's drug addicts, you know what I'm saying? Because they looked out for me when I was out there, you know? So shit, you got to give back to where you from, you know what I'm saying? So that motivate the struggle. So when people see you, you know what I'm saying, they salute. Shit, you know, I got a video about to drop, Let the Thugs In, featuring Paperchase. He signed a Young Buck, Cash Real Records. We just did the video shot by Charlie P. Charlie P, he done worked with 50 Cent, he done worked with Young Buck, several artists from Tennessee. The song is also featuring Balla Mac. He was Quarter Brick Gang out of Columbia, Tennessee. We shot the video in Columbia, Tennessee. Shout out to everybody that came out and rock with me, man. Let the Thugs In. We actually dedicated it. It's got that Louisiana bounce to it, you know what I'm saying? And BG Mom, she reached back out to me, you know, and I let her know that, shout out to Miss Dorsey, you know what I'm saying? I let her know that we was paying homage to BG, the Hot Boys, you know, even Boosie, even No Limit, you know what I'm saying? The whole Louisiana bounce movement. It's got that Hot Boy sound to it, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna write BG, send him some pictures and all that. You know, the video is coming soon. That's coming out. And you know, me and Smallz, we might work out something, man, get Smallz off his tape or something. I got a song with Lil Flippin' Cassidy. I think it's at about 100, I know it's over 100,000 views on YouTube. It's called Straight Like That. And the reason why I got Lil Flippin' Cassidy on it is because when I was younger, I used to ride around listening to screw music. You know, I like 15 years old. You know, I'm riding around smoking and shit, and I'm listening to screw music, and Flip used to snap. You know what I'm saying? We was always cool, working together. I reached out to Cassidy, sent him the record. He jumped on it. You know, it's Straight Like That. And y'all can check that out on YouTube. You can download the song is actually on my album, Death Before Dishonor. And that CD got me a meeting in Manhattan, New York with J. Cole's A&R. And it's funny because J. Cole is from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm from Fayetteville, Tennessee. And one of the singles I was pushing up there that they really love was I'm Feeling Myself, and it's a remix. I done been offered, you know, deals for songwriting. I done worked independently, got paid for songwriting for other artists from LA, you know, Tennessee, I'm just working, man, independent. And the Struggle Motivation 101 is coming real soon. I'm taking my time with everything, man, just investing, doing things the right way, being patient, man, and letting God work. I talked to Kevin Gates on the phone one time. He ain't never seen my face before, but I appreciate you, brother, for telling me, you know, you respect my hustle and you told me to keep grinding. So that's what I'm doing, man.